Welcome back to Railcraft with ElfCorp and Nos. We're going to keep going with our bit of a tutorial thing today.
Something a bit more interesting, we're looking at loaders and unloaders.
If you don't want to be a hacker, this is the way to transport your goods.
So good if you want to make automated refineries, pumping stations, storage factories. Make things a little bit more separated and realistic.
For sure, for sure. Just cleaning up the area, getting a bit of room. Alright, first thing we'll do is item loaders and unloaders. Now you'll take your chest carts, which, if you haven't seen a chest cart, I'll make one up now. It's just a chest. I'm pretty sure you guys would have had that recipe nutted. And you add a cart to it. And you do the same with crafting tables, with water tanks, with whatever, to make your kind of cart. If you want to recycle it, you just chuck it back in. So there's no wastage. So what we're going to do is look at loading and unloading a chest cart full of goods. So we need an item loader, Nos. How do we make an item loader?
Okay, so we need a vanilla item, the dispenser.
Yep. Jeez, does anyone remember how to make them?
Not many people would, no.
It's a whole lot of cobblestone and some redstone. And a bow.
And that's it. That'll make us our dispenser. And then one of the Railcraft items, which is a detector, which we'll go into more detail in a later tutorial.
What it does, it sends out a redstone pulse based on the kind of thing it is. If you build it, say, with wood and stone, it means it picks up storage carts. If you use cobblestone on its pressure plate, it picks up people and so forth. Minor variations on that pressure plate and surrounding materials recipe means that it sends out a redstone pulse depending on what thing is passing over it.
So with the loaders and unloaders, they're always just simply reversed. So with an item loader, it's a fairly easy one. All it is just the dispenser on top of the detector. And for the unloader, you just put the dispenser under the detector on the crafting table.
Oh, and that's it. Okay, item loader.
So I'll give that to you to put up if you want.
Good stuff.
And I'll get making the unloader.
So that's an item unloader. I've got that one. Let's pick it up. Okay, a loader. For a loader, you suspend it above the cart, and for an unloader, you suspend it below. So imagine gravity's at play here. Let's mount it on our blast furnace, because I can't be bothered building a wall.
Good thing about doing that particular system is it will actually withdraw from the blast furnace. Just got to put a 1 down, so it's got to be 2 off the ground.
I think in a future patch it drops down, but we're not there yet.
Currently, it will work with the liquid loaders. Will drop down.
Oh, okay.
They drop a pipe down to the tank carts.
Okay, good stuff.
So we don't actually need the lever there necessarily, because the loader will output a redstone pulse based on the conditions of it.
If you put a chest next to it, then it'll dump straight from the chest, or in this case it's a furnace, into the cart, and if you hit the complete, it waits until it's full. If you put something in there, it'll only fill it with that kind of thing. So for an unloader, have I got that? Do you want to drop an unloader down, Nos? Oh, there we go.
So they have to be put in the ground underneath the track.
Or you could just be a hacker.
Or you could be a hacker, yes. So they work on the same principle as the loaders. They will output a redstone pulse. So if you put holding tracks above them, they will unload and then send the cart on its way.
Same inventory, it'll unload things into the inventory, and if there's a chest attached, it'll dump it into that instead. And if you've got something in the filter, it'll only unload what type of items in the filter. So you could go pretty hardcore if you really wanted. And again, it'll either unload 10% of the items, 10 numbers of items, or if you click the button, it'll wait until it's finished, regardless of what's hit there. Alright, so we've set up a bit of a demonstration of how the item loaders and unloaders work here. We found that the best way they work after a bit of screwing around is to put a chest next to them rather than relying on the internal inventory. But pretty much in your interface here, you've got an inventory of items, and if you've got a chest next to it, it'll automatically draw items from that into the inventory and then deposit them into a rail cart if it's underneath. If you've got a filter, it'll only put that kind of item in there. We've chosen an arbitrary percentage here. We find that also works best if you just set it to 100% and you leave the complete grade out, and pretty much what that'll do is that the cart will stop under here until either the cart's full or the chest is empty. At the item unloader, the same deal applies, only in reverse. It's going to unload it and pull everything out until either the chest is full or the cart's empty. So we'll chuck it on and watch what happens. You've got some stuff in the chest, Nos?
There is now.
Alright, so we've got stone and redstone in there, so it should pull both of them out. Look at it go. Once that finishes, it'll jump it up there. Coming in the other side, look at that. And then shoots us on a merry way. So once they're done, it acts like a powered rail and shoots them away. And that is what transporting with Railcraft is all about. So next we'll have a look at some liquid loaders and unloaders, and they work by the same principle, only for tank carts instead of chest carts. Okay, so to make a tank cart, that's pretty simple. You just got to create a liquid tank like you would for just about anything else in Tekkit, which is 8 glass in a circle or a square, 1 tank, and then you load that sucker into a cart. Alright, so there you go, tank cart. Is that working?
Why is that not working?
Because you need 8 glass around a minecart.
When the fuck did they change that?
Alright, let's make a tank cart. Now I think they've changed the recipe from a tank with a cart to glass around a cart, so that was a bit of a curveball, but we're all good now. There it is, tank cart. So we'll take our tank cart, we'll whip up a couple of handy dandy liquid tanks.
Already got some of them.
Yep, there's some you prepared earlier, but we'll strap the liquid loader right next to them, and we'll drag some lava out as the liquid of the day. So do you want to place them down?
Yeah, we've still just got to build those liquid loaders and unloaders.
Yes, mum. Alright, we'll build the loaders and unloaders then.
So they use a tank detector.
Yep, so that's a whole lot of bricks. That's handy.
Single bricks, yes. So that makes us our liquid loader. And then we just switch the recipe around, put the detector on top.
Yep.
That makes us our liquid unloader.
Good stuff. Okay, so this is a bit strange to me, the liquid loader. So it's got a capacity, hold empty, top off. So is that pretty much it holds an empty cart until it's full?
That's correct.
Okay. So a cart won't leave if hold empty selected unless it has something in it, yes?
As soon as it has something in it. If you set it to top off, it will stay until that cart is completely full.
Fair enough.
As far as I know. Because they've changed the interface since I last used these.
And on the unloader side, I think that kind of explains itself, is that it will empty them or it'll just do what it does while it's sitting there. Rightio, so is that loading it up?
No, it's not.
Alright,
So
you
it does
might
require BuildCraft pipes.
Okie dokie, so we'll turn our cactus green into a pipe waterproof, and we'll make 1 stone waterproof pipe, that should be enough, and 1 wooden one. Wood will extract it. Stone will transport it. We'll put some lava in.
So then we just need a redstone engine to move it.
And off she goes. And we can see, whoop, our cart filling up, unloading, and off she goes. You have a look at our unload. And if you want it to unload into a tank, well then you do a similar. Must have been bugged. Okay, we just had to replace our track because it seems like it was bugged a little bit. So that's sitting there now, getting loaded up. Once the cart's complete, dumps it in. And that's how you transport liquids. Now this principle applies to both items, liquid, and to energy, i.e. some big battery carts. So for a battery cart, and this is something I haven't really played around with, but I know you're an expert on.
Well, you can make either a bat box, a MFE, or an MFSU cart. You just put one of any of those three types in on the top of a cart, minecart in the crafting table. So for the energy carts, you just put a minecart in and then put either a bat box, an MFE, or an MFSU on top. It'll make you your MFE cart.
Here's an MFE we prepared earlier.
Now for the loaders, they require a bit more in mats. So what you need is the typical dispenser pieces, but you need detectors, which are energy detectors, which is tin ingot. What'd you do with all of my ingots?
There they are, I found them. I'm not even sure how I took them.
Stop touching things and you won't have a problem.
Touching things is what I do best.
Touching things is what good waffles do. So we've got the energy detectors.
Yep,
so
gotta have them.
We put them with your dispensers, and then the annoying part is the fact that you need RE batteries down the sides.
Well, fair enough. They're gonna have some storage in them, same as the liquid loaders.
And the coup de grace, a machine block in the center. So if you put the dispenser at the top, it'll be an energy loader. Switch them around, you've got an energy unloader.
And a machine block is just a block of refined iron. If you haven't figured that out by now, well, bug you. And same with RE battery. But here's the recipe just in case you missed it.
Haven't actually tried these, so voila, there we go.
Wait if empty, wait till full. Okay, I like wait if empty. Alright, this looks pretty easy. Do we have any energy?
I've got an energy crystal back at the base.
Alright, that'll do. We'll go and get that and come back.
Yeah, okay, so the plug side must face the cart.
Yep. Usually does on that.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's get the plug side happening. Mine the water. Industrial craft wrench, prepared earlier. Too easy. Alright, so do you want to bung the cart underneath and it should stop. Excellent, so it's waiting if empty like it says. So I'll dump a fully charged energy crystal in there, which is and the MFE cart you can see has some power in it. Look at that. Now that's dragging it all out. So while that's filling up, Nos will place the unloader.
Okay, and you got some tracks there?
Surely do. Rightio, so because it was going the other way, it was working like a holding track, but that's okay. We'll just push it back along. Look at that, charging up the energy unloader. Once it's done, should shoot it off. And there you go. Item unloaders and loaders, liquid loaders and unloaders, and energy unloaders loaders. They work a treat, and they're a fantastic addition to your railway if you really want to transport all your goods. If you've got a couple of bases that are, you know, a little bit of a ways apart, like we've got here if you see out the window, they're a pretty good thing. Especially early on if you're short on diamonds and things like that. So yeah, that's all we've got to do for today, I think. And we'll see you next time. Bye for now.
See us.